us on another exciting episode of the John Mayaki Show. We're glad to have you on this show today, Friday. On this day, we will be discussing the governor of Cross River State, Senator Ben Ayade. This topic of discussion is the industrialization of Cross River State and the pro-people governance of Governor Ben Ayade. Apart from Cross River State Governor, Mr. Nyesom Wike of River State is one other governor in the South-South that is what the support of this platform. So Dr. Senator Ben Ayade is what discussing on this platform, especially in terms of industrialization and care for the downtrodden. He built the first social housing in Africa. This is what discussing. Take a look at that video where the governor built the first social housing in Africa.
It allocates in billions. That with all the lawyers we have in this country, with all the civil rights movements, they watch as my people, the people of Bakassi, bleed and live where they fetch water, defecate on the same land, feed on the same land, with no hope. Yet the country watch. Yet the country allocates in billions on elitist projects and programs. I think that if there is a moral conscience today, if there's anything I have done that is worth it, it is this project. It is my #1 project, because indeed, I celebrate today because God has given me opportunity to put a smile on somebody's face. I could see a grandma dancing to her new home. I could see the hope. I could see that her grandchild would have a feeling that truly, truly African leadership cares. You don't give because you have enough, but because you care enough. But because we care, even from the north in the state house, we must demonstrate the empathy and the show of love and concern for our brothers. We must at this point handhold each other and provide a shoulder for our weaker brothers to lean on as we go through the process of the expansion of this estate to accommodate more people. I am lucky because I have a circumstance akin to yours, and so I feel you and I know your pain. But please, let's take today to dance. Let's take today to celebrate. Let's use today as a day to tell a story, a reverse of all that has been your experience, that finally you have a home called your own. You have a house that is yours. You can get a certificate of occupancy. This is the first social housing in Africa, in absolute terms, where the ownership is in perpetuity, where the property is yours, where there will be no time you say the parents, you can now move and let another person enter. No, it is your house, it is yours to keep forever and ever. We will continue to expand it. It is not enough to provide you housing, because this is not shelter, this is housing. It means it has amenities, it has power, it has water, it has all the utilities you will so need. You have solar lighting, you have the generator, and you have the third grid, which is the national grid. But today I'm going to also assure you that we have acquired boats, which are by the water side, to enable you to do fishing for those who can fish. We have also made provisions for cash. So we have a takeoff grant of 50 million to support all of you who live here, who want to start small businesses.
That is a governor. That is wonderful. That is, who will not want to come from this state? Who will not want to be part of this? I am proud to say we are discussing this governor on this show today. The governor's policy goals are well conceived. The results and achievements are visible. You can see what he has done. The United Nations proclaim him as a champion of industrialization. It's a title he has more than earned. We congratulate him. His emergence as governor has witnessed a single-minded focus on spurring sustainable economic development and independence through industrial growth. This has resulted in the establishment of 13 industrial projects across Cross River State, a number of which have begun to yield fruits. You can see the picture of there's this the Cross River State chicken processing factory with about 24,000 birds per day. You see it over there. This is an ultra-modern poultry ready to get all the certification needed for export of its product, as it has the capacity to expand to 60,000 per day beds. This is unprecedented in the history of the state and perhaps the country altogether for a state government. Governor Ayade has made the most important impact in Cross River State, demonstrating the transformative power of his vision and the practicability of his approach. He has gone further to do some other things, like the project on rice. He is working on that. The Ginjatic Ogoja ultramodern rice. That's the rice mill over there in Ogoja local government area of Cross River State, constructed by the Ben Ayade's administration. You can see there. The project is 100% completed and ready for commissioning. That is a massive one. There's also the Cross River State government floating of the state-owned airline known as Cali Air. This is to unlock the economic potentials of the state. That is all in Cross River State. That is quite encouraging. Take the Ecom Chocolate Factory, established by this administration of Ben Ayade, for instance. It's also worth mentioning. It's called From Tree to Bar. From tree to bar. The 30,000 tons per annum processing plant is built with the capacity to produce and process cocoa beans straight from harvest to chocolate bars. This solves a variety of problems. First, it provides a ready and profitable market to the state's teeming cocoa farmers, and indeed those of neighboring states. Importantly too, to run, the factory needs at least 500 hands in direct jobs alone. Then it launches Cross River and Nigeria by extension into a more prominent position in the continent's chocolate and confectionery market, worth billions of naira. That is in Nigeria, Cross River. We want to appreciate the governor for that. The market had been long dominated. You see the oil market too in Cross River. The market has been long dominated by the South African and Ivory Coast, owing to
the best quality
of the one now provided by the governor, Ben Ayade. There is also the vegetable oil plant with a projected capacity to mill 12,000 liters per hour. Wow. Producing natural and healthy vegetable oil from groundnut harvested by local farmers. We want to appreciate the governor. Keep it up, keep it up. That is quite interesting. There is the video of the garment factory. Is that the video of the garment factory?
So uniforms for the ski
struck last year. Yeah.
To deliver.
The video of let's listen to that.
As the governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayade pays a surprise visit to the state's garment factory.
That I have come to see them. Today we have a garment factory that is producing all the uniforms for NYSC. As you can look at my background and the excitement that I have come to see them and their workplace, having created a job for them. These are thousands of young men and women who otherwise would have been in the street. So let Buhari take this as a sign of appreciation from the people of Cross River State, celebrating him for this backward integration commitment and encouraging the Nigerian police, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Army, Civil Defense to follow the path of NYC.
The wife of the former...
That is quite interesting. That is quite great. That is quite interesting. When the pandemic broke last year, and states scrambled to enforce mask mandates in the face of limitations, such as statewide availability and cost, Governor Ben Ayade's garment factory made all the difference. They produce a lot of materials for especially face masks. The state reaped the benefit of the investment as the governor directed the mass production of face masks and other essential items for distribution to all residents. That is quite interesting. That is the factory there. That is the garment factory there. You can see them busy. This is massive. This is quite interesting. There is also the 140-bed hospital in Cross River State. Of note too, this 140-bed specialist hospital already at an advanced stage of completion in Obudu. Is built in partnership with renowned global health stakeholders such as Siemens, such as Coscharis. the hospital, upon completion, is set to possess world-class equipment that will be manned by foreign trained local professionals. It targets Nigerians in search of quality healthcare, curbing the export of local funds that has been that we normally take abroad for medical tourism. This is quite interesting. The governor needs to be encouraged. That hospital is sitting in Obudu, a very strategic location. The area is a choice destination for a lot of tourists, many of whom are hard and high earners. This is quite interesting. Governor Ayade's prowling industrial agenda invites questions on funding, and no doubt that such massive constructions carried out concurrently will throw up problems in the accounting books of any state. But he has managed with a smart partnership which significantly cut down costs, reduces the state's exposure, and manage it over time. That is quite interesting. It is also good to know that the governor has ensured that the treasury remain capable of meeting other states' obligations. He calls it intellectual money. The governor calls it intellectual money. His model is quite interesting and worth studying. Governor Ayade, we want to appreciate you for what you're doing for your people. I wish I want to come from such progressive state. One thing is known for certain: the people of Cross River State can be assured of a secured and prosperous future with the path of industrialization the governor has set the state on. We want to appreciate those of you who have joined us on this show. We want to appreciate every one of you who put this together for us. This will be all on the day's show, very short and concise, just to appreciate the governor, that the John Mayaki show, see what you are doing, and we want to commend you. This will be all on today's show of the John Mayaki edition of the John Mayaki show. Until we come your way again, remember that life is a gift, and that every day you live to witness is an opportunity to do something great. Don't just do something great, something that can change your destiny. Take charge and take care. Thank you. Bye.